Child, let's get into this moron. So Kanye is back up to his shenanigans. I was not going to talk about him. However, when I saw this video, I was like, I need y'all to watch this mess. So he went on Piers Morgan's show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, which is like a popular YouTube show. I don't usually watch this show. The only time I'll be aware of what Piers Morgan is doing. I happen to be scrolling on Instagram, which I did come across a video of this white woman admitting on Piers Morgan's panel that she says the N-word a lot and makes no qualms about it, and started trying to act like she was a victim. Here we go with the Karens, with the victimization and all this stuff. And Piers read her ass down to the floor. So I give him points for that. And then, when there's been other incidences, like remember when he interviewed Jaguar Wright, and ever since he did that video, that's the one time that Jay-Z and Beyonce decided to pipe up out of their little crypt and go in on white media, because any other time Miss Jaguar been out here running her damn mouth on all the black conglomerates and Vlad TV, because he ain't black. That's why I said it like that. Silence, crickets. We don't hear anything. But the minute they cross over to the white pond, then all of a sudden you feeling like your business endeavors are at risk. So now we got to shut it down with cease and desist and take this down because she a liar. And now her behind is being sued by that old piece of crap. And that's why I don't understand why his ex-wife's out here defending him, because he a piece of shit for what he did to her, Brian McKnight. So every now and again, when things come up and then if I watch the Vanguard and they do like a breakdown, or Kyle Kalinske, if something interesting comes up regarding his show and they're breaking it down on their shows, that's the only time I'll be seeing Piers Morgan. But nevertheless, I'm not a Piers Morgan watcher. I don't be giving a good goddamn what he talks about, because I feel like y'all be thinking just because they British and they sound intelligent that they are intelligent. But I just think he's a grifter, like Joe Rogan, Bill Maher, and the rest of them. But every now and again, he'll have like an epiphany where you feel like he got it together, and then he does something else and reminds me of like why I want to throw a brick at his head. But anyway, so he thought it'd be a great idea, like a lot of these idiots, to go and interview Kanye. I don't know why, like Donald Trump, a lot of you people continue to give this man a platform to just do their interviews, because it's going to be some lunacy. It's going to be some stupidity. They're going to be like literally ripping your hair out of the root, trying to understand what the hell is wrong with this man. This is why I was saying, like, Meet the Press, CBS, all of y'all need to stop interviewing this president, because he is a damn lunatic, just like a lot of y'all need to stop interviewing this idiot, who I just heard that posted his album cover, and it showed like two people in like the Ku Klux Klan gear. But I heard the couple was actually divorced. So he used an open, and then decided to make the man that had his hands over the woman, he changed up the whole thing, made the person black when he was actually white. So they did like a whole painting the hands black, the face black, in the thing. I'm like, how you just taking somebody's wedding photo and just completely doctoring it to make it like you a damn Klansman? Make it make sense. But anyway, so yeah, it lasted 4 minutes, the interview. And he got mad because Piers Morgan messed up on the amount of people that follow him on social media. Yeah, this is what he's upset about. So I have that clip. Let's go over to Piers Morgan's Instagram, where he had the video. We're going to play it, and then we're going to talk. Please hold.
I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers. So you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not going to take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
I mean, no. I mean, don't help them out. You know, they.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just like that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
Due respect, so many, what are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's dirty. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
You said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course, I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
Even he looks baffled. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what had happened on the show. I don't know. Was Kanye having a conversation with one of his personalities where he just popped off? Because yeah, Piers didn't say a word. He just basically asked him halfway about his followers and saying you're the most followed person on social media, and he gets mad because he gets the number wrong. It's like, what is wrong with him? Kim, you need to go down to the people, the courts, and file for full custody. Keep them kids away from that madman. I don't know what happened to him, but the bipolar is bipolar ring. So Morgan then went and blasted the Vulture's hitmaker, who now goes, oh, child, I ain't calling no damn Ye. You sound stupid with that. Kanye is what I'm going to call his ass, because he a damn coon. Now, he basically said, interview Conway again today. As I expected, given what I've said about him recently, it didn't last long or go well. This is what he wrote on Instagram, alongside a photo of a stoic-looking West during the chat. This was him right before he stomped off like a big baby before I could even ask him why he's become a vile, Hitler-loving, Nazi-slathering, anti-Semitic prick. Oh, I would have loved that. Now that would have been reason not only for good TV, but for you to get mad. Because, I mean, facts are facts. You have become this Hitler-loving, Nazi-slithering, anti-Semitic prick. And a massive dick. And I feel like the massive dick is, you talking about somebody taking inches off your dick. First of all, I feel like you the biggest dick based off your personality. I don't think Kanye is packing at all. I think he got more pussy than he got dick. And I think he's overcompensating because you dealing with these men with their shortcomings in between me down there. So they got to have the big ego. They got to walk around trying to compare themselves to John Lennon and stuff. You don't even have a smidge of John Lennon's talent. And don't get me wrong, Kanye has come up with many great songs, and he's talented. Hence why a lot of people wrote his stuff for him. But people with real genuine talent don't go around trying to compare themselves to a Picasso, a Michelangelo, or all the other Ninja Turtles. It's a joke. I know that they were actual people, but you know what I'm saying. Now, also, in the episode, first of all, he was in Mallorca, Spain. I was like, why are you in my well, my family's from Madrid, but why would you be in Spain of all places? So they said that he was with a friend named Sneeko. Is he a friend though? Sis, how y'all doing? What's the tea? Is he piping you out, girl? So they said they got off a rough start when the British host brought up the controversial rapper's declining public image. So we don't need to go through all of that because y'all already saw the video. So it says, he said, for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. Well, it don't look like it. It looked like he was bored. He was annoyed. His personalities were probably having like a war in his head. Like it was probably giving very much Captain America. No, I was going to say Captain America Civil War, but no, well, yeah. Civil War, wasn't that the one where it was like Team Tony Stark versus Team Captain America? It was giving very that. He's probably having a war in his head with all the Avengers and the Infinity Stones. So they said, but I already disagree. It's not a contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it. This is what West confusedly shot back. He says, I'm in contrast to your contrast. The men found themselves in another disagreement when Morgan mistakenly said the 14-time Grammy Award winner. Oh, so this was beforehand. They had an argument before I got to that clip. Because I told you I didn't watch it. So all I saw was this Kanye clip, but I didn't know in the context. So now I know that other part that I read was before he stormed off. So yeah, the rapper actually, since he wants to get the numbers or whatever, he has 33.3 million followers on the platform. I ain't one of them, but he's got 33.3 million followers. And I don't understand this hate that he's talking about, because I'm like, okay, you messed up 33.3. 33.3 is a big number. Who cares if it was well, he said 32 million. But okay, so he was off a couple of million. Why are you mad over that? Like, I don't get it. This is someone who is deeply and immensely insecure. He's a man baby. He hates himself. And it's just, who wants to be around that energy? Like, that guy who was sitting next to him just looked like he was so baffled and so confused. But yeah, in that video I showed you, Piers Morgan posted a massive dick. And then another person, so what the people are saying in the comments, one person said, ego far bigger than his talent. Another person said, did he just compare himself to Michael Jackson and John Lennon? Well, that's Kanye. He's always going to compare himself to somebody that he wishes he was. Another person said, despise this guy and terrified that 33 million people follow him. That's the scariest part. He's just one guy, but there are an army of 33 million people who like who he is and what he represents. Another person said, part of me laughs, but scared that others will see it as comedy. Stop giving him screen time. Others have been erased for less ridiculous behavior. That is so true. It's like, and that's from Ronan Keating, who is a musician from the UK. I'm trying to remember what group he was in. Was it Take That? I'm thinking that's what group he was in. But anyway, so there's another person said he's literally gone in the head. Sorry to say it, but he's beyond help now. And I love Kanye. I think a lot of us did, but it's like, yeah, he's gone. You can't go from George Bush doesn't care about black people to being a Nazi. Like, how do we just make that drastic change? One person, I couldn't name a single song. What an utter cock. Another person, I quite enjoyed that. Always nice to see there are people madder than me. Mm-mm. And then there's some people saying like, yeah, they don't play his music and that sort of thing. But it's like, yeah, not everybody. Child Kanye, just because you're popular in some ways doesn't necessarily mean that everybody listens to your music. But I'm gonna just wrap it up with this final one. Another person said, "Hey Piers, all I know is that you're a great person who truly appreciates talent. Back in 2008, when I auditioned for Britain's Got Talent with my bartender show, you defended me against Simon Cowell, and I've never forgotten that. I had blonde hair back then, like a typical teenager. Haha. Just wanted to say thank you for what you did. It really meant a lot." And that was from someone named Attila Barman. So yeah, Kanye out here being a manic mess, saying all kinds of craziness. And I do agree that I think it's time that people stop giving him attention. It's the same thing I've been saying about Tyra Sanchez over there in the drag race world. They crave the attention. And then, people say that they need to take away Tyra's crown. And Tyra's like, I don't care about crown. F RuPaul, F this one, F World of Wonder. So she don't care about the crown. The crown ain't really do nothing for the drag race career, clearly. So it worked a little bit, and now nobody cares anymore. So if she don't care, then everybody needs to stop caring. Just like I say, stop giving energy to Kanye. But I think like they know the antics brings ratings and views. So they don't care about that, man. They just care that it brings, you're going to go viral. And clearly that's what happened in this case. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of yet another day, another crazy Kanye story? So let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.